Apostolate Jesus 14. Did Jesus walk on the waters? JN 6. Did Jesus walk on the waters of the raging sea? We have two evangelical accounts, one by St. John in chapter 6 and the other by the Synoptic Gospels, which affirm it, which also testifies differently. The story of John tells that Jesus had retired to the mountain to pray because we wanted to make him king. Then the disciples take the boat and leave. A storm rises and they see Jesus approaching, walking on the water. They go to catch him in the boat, but he was hardly taking it as the boat touches the ground. In the other story, they see him approaching from afar and they take him for a ghost and they are terrified. He said to them, "Do not be afraid, it's me." Then Peter said to him, "If it be you, Lord, command me to walk on the sea and come to you." Jesus said to him, "Come." Peter climbs the sea, but begins to doubt and sink. Then Jesus goes up in the boat and said to them, "Men of little faith, why do you doubt?" The meaning of this story is deeply allegorical. He is real, but he is deeply allegorical. The storm is, for example, what the Catholic Church in the West is currently experiencing. A storm that makes it seem like nobody will practice anymore, that religion will die, and with human views, we are right, it's dead. But it's with human views. At divine sight, we forget a few criteria. First, the heart of the man who, by filling himself with material goods, feeds nothing. Famine is there, it is spiritual. We cannot change the heart of man. And so, the generation May 68 who believes she has found how to fill the heart of man must observe in his grandchildren that this is not true. Second, we forget a constant, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of Jesus. He can avoid in an instant that there is a storm. And people start to doubt, indeed, to say, it comes from Vatican II, it happened after Vatican II. I would say that it comes from May 1968 and the two world wars. It happened after May 68. Everyone has doubts or doubts. And then, at a given moment, at the right time, he can decide that one touches down, that the storm is over. Why does he allow this storm? Just to show us how poor we are, that as soon as he's gone, we doubt. Our faith is very weak, and as soon as he comes back, everything pushes back, and this is not the first time that it's happened in the church. So, at the appointed hour, if he decides that the storm stops, she stops. If he decides to get in the boat, he goes up and she comes back to life. Marthe Robin, the little stigmatized of Châteauneuf de Gaillard, announced a renewal in Europe, especially in France, and she said, "It will be more than a renewal, an incredible rebound." Well, we'll see. And that day the sociologists will say, "Oh, no doubt that, etc., it is a psychological reaction to materialism," and they will not be wrong. But they will forget the constant, the Holy Spirit, who decides that it's raining when he wants it to rain and it does not rain. I mean by that, grace. When he does not want grace to come because a people must be deprived of grace for a certain time, otherwise, they think themselves too sure of themselves, too arrogant. So he needs a desert time.